I'm Christina Lowry, CEO of Girl Rising. It was about a decade ago that we, a bunch of documentary filmmakers and journalists, learned that the best investment the world can make for a safer, stabler, and more prosperous world is to educate girls. We saw that the power of girls' education to change the world was a compelling, true, and transformative story. And we believed if we could tell that story well, people everywhere would be inspired to care and to act. And so, Girl Rising was born. And today, Girl Rising is a nonprofit that uses storytelling to change the way the world values girls and their educations. How do we do that? In three main ways. We create, we collaborate, and we activate. It began with the Girl Rising film. We told 9 stories of 9 different girls from 9 different countries. Together, they share a picture of what it is to grow up a girl today. They focus on the power and potential of these girls and their tremendous courage as they pursue their education. These stories are the heart of Girl Rising, and the girls in it, who represent the 130 million girls who are out of school, are its soul. Out of our films came our educational curricula, television and radio programming, and inspiration for other stories that we produce, gather, and share. We join forces with individuals and organizations across the globe to use these resources, when useful, adapting them to suit local needs, to help change the way communities value girls and their education, and the way girls value themselves. We create to tell stories. We collaborate, partnering with organizations and adapting those stories, and we activate, using those stories to inspire people everywhere to be advocates for girls and part of the movement for gender equity. We encourage people of all ages to join us however they can, through fundraising, awareness raising, creating works of public art, lobbying politicians and local leaders, creating school clubs to support girls and equity, writing poetry or newspaper editorials, or simply to speak out. 2020 has been a year like no other. Over 700 million girls have been affected by school closures, with estimates that more than 20 million who were in school last March will never return to the classroom. The need to keep girls close to learning and returning to school is urgent. So we responded and adapted to the needs of our community and our partners. We conducted digital teacher training, adapted our curriculum to be delivered online in many countries, and turned it into a radio program in one, Guatemala. We supported the creation of at-home learning guides, which in one city, Nairobi, were distributed to over 20,000 families. We also created a new web-based curriculum called Rising Together. It is what educators told us they need in this time of COVID, a solution. Easy to implement, student-facing, interactive, and can be used for remote, hybrid, or face-to-face learning. And of course, grounded in the compelling Girl Rising stories. In the wake of school shutdowns around the globe, we regularly heard inspiring stories of innovation, people serving girls and their communities. And we knew there were more the world should hear. So we launched a citizen storytelling campaign this summer called My Story. We received over 1,500 submissions from 95 countries.
Hi, my name is Maria Salgado.
My name is Farida.
मेरा नाम पारुल है।
इन 1.5 सालों में मैंने 4 बाल विवाह रोके हैं।
Bright Young Leaders Initiative.
And I run the first ever cycling school for women in my village.
My story.
My story.
My story.
My story.
This is our story.
We celebrated these changemakers along with many others at our 12-hour virtual International Day of the Girl celebration. We had 2,000 registrants and viewers from 75 countries. We began in Southeast Asia and then spanned the globe with workshops, panel discussions, dance, music, and inspiring stories for people in every time zone. While so much has changed in our world, this truth has not. Educating girls is the single best investment we can make for a more prosperous, healthy, and stable world. But here's the thing. Getting girls into school and behind a desk isn't enough. We must change the way girls and their futures are valued. We must change the story for girls and boys. And that is Girl Rising's mission.